We are so thrilled to be able to offer this car tonight.
Jesse.
And give the opportunity to somebody to have been 001 of the 7th generation of Corvette. And all the proceeds will go to one of Ed's favorite charities, the College for Creative Studies in Detroit.
Yeah, you know, when you think about it, you think about the designers of this car and the sculptors of this car and the designers of all of the cars here at Barrett Jackson. Where did they come from? Many of them came from the College of Creative Studies in Detroit, one of the finest design schools, not only in America, but in the world. And that is where the money is going to go.
Good stuff, man. Let's sell it, Spanky. 100%
Here's history again.
100%.
Right here in front of you. Have it 100, 200, 300,000 $. Have it 2, 3. Have it 3, 2, 3. Have it 3, 300,000 $. Have it 200, 300,000 $. Have it 2, 3, 4. Have it 2, 4, 3, 4. Have it 5. Have it 5, Roger. Have it Roger. Have it 4, 5. Have it 5, 4, 5. Have it 5. Have it 400, 500,000. Now $600,000. Have it 500, 600.
Now, if you didn't catch it, the winner will receive the first retail production C7 Corvette with a vehicle identification number ending in 0001. It won't be this specific car. This one has been all over the country on media tours, but the winning bidder will be able to fit and finish his or her own Corvette with that all-important 0001 VIN.
Ladies and gentlemen, all new 6.2-liter LT1 V8 engine here among many other components.
$1 $1,050,000, $1,050,000 into Skybox route, $1,050,000 going once, and I'm going to put $1 million, $1,050,000 going twice. Skybox, you want it? $1,050,000. $1 million. Half of $1 million wide, half of $1 million wide, half of $1 million wide, half of $1,150,000, $1,150,000 jam, $1,150,000, half of $1 million, $150,000, half of $1 million, half of $1 million, half of $1 million, half of $1 million, $150,000, half of $1 million, $150,000, half of $1 million, half of $1 million, going twice, $1,150,000. Third and last call. Did he say no? I said sold. Mr. Rick Hendrick. 100. Thank you very much, Rick. The greatest Corvette collection in the world.
2 cars, $2+ million spent by that man, Rick Hendrick. And in case you're wondering about the suggested retail price, it has not yet been announced, but GM is assuring Corvette owners, if you can afford the 2013 Vette, you can afford this one. We'll be back.
Now we'll go back inside the building. Now on the block is a very special 2008 Bugatti Veyron owned by Simon Cowell.
Well, it's a wonderful car, and it's also the only Veyron that has gone through the certification process. John, you want to tell them what that means?
Oh yeah, this is the first pre-owned certified car worldwide, Craig. Our technicians went through the car, inspected over the past few weeks. New tires, new tire sensors, full warranty for the next year. So this car is perfect and will be delivered, almost like a new car.
Well, that's it. That's it. Celebrity owned and gorgeous.
Talk about a car with a thin market. I mean, I can buy a certified pre-owned car at any one of Rick Hendrick's dozens of Chevy dealerships. But a certified pre-owned Bugatti Veyron and one with a celebrity history. Wow. 1,000 horsepower on this one. 1,300 actual miles.
$1 million prize. $1 million.
So everybody knows Simon Cowell is one of the original judges on American Idol, a man who made a small fortune, actually a considerable one, by being nasty to people.
Parts and service for these cars are incredibly, unbelievably expensive and fall way up into the if you have to ask the price, you can't afford it range.
That's right. I believe a set of tires for one of these Veyrons is about 25 grand a set. You actually have to take the wheels and send them to Michelin in France, and they are specially mounted and returned to you, wheel and tire together. There is a reserve on this car, however. That's the minimum bid that the auction company and the consignor agree must be met before the car will sell. There's a little extra fee involved. Obviously, the chances of selling the car diminished slightly, but rather than go with the no holds barred, whoever bids highest takes it of a no reserve car, choice here was to protect the buyer, Mr. Cowell, by putting a reserve on the car. And we'll see if it's met or lifted.
And Mike Joy, would you explain the origins of the Veyron name? I believe it was one of the Bugatti race drivers of the pre-World War II period, I think. Anybody out there knows?
Well, the Torre Bugatti built Grand Prix and road cars in France, and once famously said when a driver complained about the brake, said, "I build my cars to go, not to stop."
Reserves off. The car will sell. There it goes for $1.25 million.
Hit 34 to the 4 to the 5 to the roll away. Hit 35, here we go. Hit 35 4 to the 4 to the 35,000 4 5 35,000 5 35. Hit 35 4 to the 5 to the 35,000 4 to the 5. Hit 5 7 to the 35 and 7. Hit 35 to the 7 to the 35 to the 6 36 down 6 down 6 8. Hit 38 down 6 8 down 38 to the 8 8 down 6 8. 45 to the 2 5 down 3. Hit 43 to the 3 down to the 3 3 to the 43 down to 3 3 down to the 3. $42,000. Austin.
Lot 720.
23 down 3. How to get in 5. Down 3 to the 3. How to get in 5. 25. Hit 3 down 3 to the 3 to get in 5. 35 down 25. Down 7. Hit 25. Hit down 7 again. 25. Hit 7. Down 7. 30. Hit 7 again. 30 down to the 30. Hit 32. Hit 2 to the 5. Hit 32 to the 2. How to get in 5. 35,000. 2 to the 5. 35. 33. 5. Hit 3. 5. 4. Hit 33. 4. Hit 33. 4. Now 5. 4. 5. 4. How to get in 5. 35,000. 4. Hit 5. 7 to be in 35. 7 to be in 6. 8. 38,000. Hit 38. How to get in 8. 8. 8. 6. 8. Hit 38. How to get in 38. 40. 9. 39. 9. 9. 40. Hit 39. How to get in 40. Down 39. 40. 40. Hit 40,000. 39. 40. Hit 40,000. 39. 40.
39 custom two-door hardtop. It was built for the 2003 SEMA show as part of the Mopar performance display. Car has some pedigree, folks. Fuel-injected 500 wedge crate engine, aluminum stage 6 heads, 4-speed automatic paddle shifters. Winner of the Grand National Roadster Show 2003.
You're out of the minute to hit 70,000. Out of the minute 70. I'm going to show you pretty one. Out of the minute 70. Minute 50. Minute 30. Out of the 30. Now 20. Minute 20. Hit 5,000. 5. 10. Hit 5. Minute 5. Minute 7. 10. 10. 10. 15. 20. Hit 15. Out of the minute 20. 15. Out of the minute 20. 20. 9. 20. 5. 30. 30. 30. 35. 5. 5. 5. 30. Hit 5. 30. Hit 5. Hit 30. Hit 5. Down 2. 30. Hit 2. 30. Hit down 2. 32,000. 30. Hit 2. 2. 2. 52. Hit 50. Now to Doug. You're out. 50. Now 2. Hit 50. Now 2. 50. 50. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 5. Hit 55. Now to 5. Hit 25. Can I get skybox, please? Hit 55. Now to 5. 52. 2. 65. Hit 5. 3. 3. 5. Last call. 65. 65. Now 7. 67. 67. 67. Here we go. Yes or yes. 67. 67. 7 again. 600. 68,000, 68, 68, it's 68, now 70, it's 70,000, 70, now 68, now 70, 68, now 78, 70, so $68,000 field.
Lot 727.1, 1967 Chevrolet Camaro Custom.
Well, I left Kentucky back in '49 and went to Detroit working on assembly line. The first year they had me putting wheels on Cadillacs. Every day I'd watch them beauties roll by, and sometimes I'd hang my head and cry, 'cause I always wanted me one that was long and black. One day I devised myself a plan that should be the envy of most any man. I'd sneak it out of there in a lunchbox in my hand. Now getting caught meant getting fired, but I figured I'd have it all by the time I retired. I'd have me a car worth at least $100 grand. I'd get it one piece at a time, and it wouldn't cost me a dime. You'll know it's me when I come through your town. I'm gonna ride around in style, I'm gonna drive everybody wild, 'cause I'll have the only one there is around. So the very next day when I punched in with my big lunchbox and with help from my friend, I left that day with a lunchbox full of gears. I've never considered myself a thief, but GM wouldn't miss just one little piece, especially if I strung it out over several years. The first day I got me a fuel pump, and the next day I got me an engine and a trunk, then I got me a transmission and all the chrome. The little things I could get in my big lunchbox, like nuts and bolts and all four shocks, but the big stuff we snuck out my buddy's mobile home. Now up to now my plan went all right till we tried to put it all together one night, and that's when we noticed that something was definitely wrong. The transmission was a 53 and the motor turned out to be a 73, and when we tried to put in the bolts, all the holes were gone. So we drilled it out so that it would fit, and with a little bit of help from an adapter kit, we had that engine running just like a song. Now the headlights, there was another sight. We had two on the left and one on the right, but when we pulled out the switch, all three of them come on. The back end looked kind of funny too, but we put it together, and when we got through, well, that's when we noticed that we only had one tail fin. About that time, my wife walked out, and I could see in her eyes that she had her doubts, but she opened the door and said, "Honey, take me for a spin." So we drove uptown just to get the tags, and I headed to ride on down Main Drag. I could hear everybody laughing for blocks around. But up there at the courthouse, they didn't laugh, 'cause to type it up, it took the whole staff, and when they got through, the title weighed 60 pounds. I got it one piece at a time, and it didn't cost me a dime. You'll know it's me when I come through your town. I'm gonna ride around in style, I'm gonna drive everybody wild, 'cause I'll have the only one there is around. Yeah, Red Ryder, this is the Cottonmouth in the Psycho-Billy Cadillac, come on. This is the Cottonmouth, and negatory on the cost of this machine there, Red Ryder. You might say I went right up to the factory and picked it up. It's cheaper that way. What model is it? Well, it's a 49, 50, 51, 52, 53, 54, 55, 56, 57, 58, 59 automobile. It's a 60, 61, 62, 63, 64, 65, 66, 67, 68, 69.